What up, everybody? We are back and we are live. Oh, heck yeah. You know you love it. You say it to yourself. I'm so excited to see you so late, but what are you doing late, Mike? Why are you here so late? The PT pod, it's late. What are you doing? We had just had an amazing show with Marcus Deegan earlier today and last night. Last night you had Austin Fraley on. It was an amazing show. What are you doing? What's going on? And I got to tell you guys, this is a special one. This is a special one because we got a special man. That's right. We got a special man. He hit me up. He was like, hey, Mike, I can do it. No, it was like, then that's when we're going to damn do it. You know what I mean? We're doing the damn thing. However,
but you don't have to take my word for it.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing the damn thing because the damn thing needs to be done. So without any further ado, we're bringing him to the stage now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the next badass MMA man on the Michigan scene. Give it up for Mr. James Sargent. Yeah, how you doing? So on this show, you get the pew-pews. It takes a second.
I love it.
What's good, brother? What's good with you, man?
I just got out of work, got out of training, and here I am.
Yeah, man. I was talking to you earlier. You were like, "Man, I've been getting my ass kicked." Is that training like getting ready for the fight coming up?
That's right. That's what we do.
Yeah, man. So you work a job as well as do the training. Is that correct?
Yeah, both full-time jobs, in my opinion.
No kid. Yeah, no, absolutely, because. Yeah, you know, there's no argument there, my bro. So tell me, what's that like? How do you maintain both? You're a young guy, right? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, you're a young guy still.
Yeah.
So, but is that, I mean, I know that takes a lot of energy. How do you maintain both, really? Would you say? What's the secret?
I could say the easy way is just eat a lot of food and try and sleep as much as possible. But, you know, it's it's hard. It's hard sometimes. I work an off shift, so I work 3 p.m. to 11:30 a.m. So it's been rough, but you know, you get your morning sessions in, and then you're dead tired for work. But you know, you put the work in, get the best out of it. Hopefully.
Absolutely, you keep it grinding, and that's all anybody can ask, man. And respect for that, dude, because that's not easy. That is hard. So clearly, man, the next question, James, is why. You know what I'm saying? Why MMA, right? Seems like you're a nice guy. Seems like you got a good life. You know what I mean? Decent life, maybe. I don't know. A good enough life where you don't have to go like beat people up to get out of the, you know what I mean, awful situation you're in.
For sure.
So why MMA, man? Is it love? Is it, did you play other sports in school? What brought you to it?
So I played football growing up. I ran track. I never even put on boxing gloves until just a couple years ago. And I worked with a guy who was a big boxer. He's actually our main event, Mike Lasky. I worked with him for about 5 years. We're both electricians. And, you know, it was not long after I had started working with him. He was like, dude, just come try it out. You know, I've lifted for years. And he just wanted me to step in there and just try it out and give it my best shot. And fell in love with it there, really.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And you try it out and you like it, right? You're digging
right.
it, you're grooving on it, man. So, and then tell me a little bit about you played sports in high school, yeah, or no, or
yeah, I played football.
Okay.
I ran track. I was a hurdle runner and a shot put thrower in track, and then
Wow.
I was a odd build for a D lineman, but I played D line and I played running back, so I played both sides.
I like it, man. I like it. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Playing both sides. Yeah, sorry, I can't help it. I gotta make a joke. I apologize. It's late night PT pod, James. We're doing it dirty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. They're all like,
do not come.
They keep telling me,
do not come.
But you know what we say, James?
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. So, of all the sports that you've played in the past, which one do you think is helping you the most for training for MMA?
That's tough. MMA is such a unique it's just unique in itself. You know, a lot of things translate as far as like, you know, habits you have, even whether it's good or bad, because things don't translate from one thing to another, and you got to make those adjustments. You know, I would say track, utilizing, you know, your leg power and stuff, because I feel like it's something that's looked over. I mean, that's your base, man. You gotta start somewhere, right? And utilizing your legs in MMA is huge. Whether it's a takedown, kick, you never know.
Absolutely. And that gas tank, man, I think it's a lot of dudes can throw a punch. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes are badasses for 45 seconds. They are beasts, right?
For
then,
sure.
you know, minute 2.5, you know, third round, minute 2 of the third round in a 3-by-3 fight. Yeah, man, what do you got? Because the saying, you know, exhaustion makes cowards of us all is absolutely correct. And real fast, man, I got to get a pause. He's sending us DMs. Hey, man, why don't you go ahead and just, you know, drop a comment in the chat, okay? But Austin is in the building.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Austin. That's my dog right there. That dude is the dude, man. We love us some Austin, man. So track, absolutely. I would think shot put, and I just got to ask, right? Do you feel like shot put helped you out at all because of the way you like have to punch versus throw?
I mean, I would think it probably set a good base. You know, I threw 5 years consecutively.
Right.
I was never great. You know, I split a lot of time, you know, practicing hurdles and throwing shot put. So that was, you know, my whole practice aside from, you know, building endurance and all that. So I kind of spread myself thin doing that, trying to learn both. But yeah, I think I pulled some things from it for sure.
Heck yeah. Very nice, man. So how long have you been training to be an MMA fighter officially? Tell us a little bit about that.
I would say if we're going as far as this fight goes, probably 6-8 months I've been going consistently. Really, you know, really grinding, trying to get the gas tank up there, technique down, and you know, nail down the little things.
Sure.
I've been training for a while though. I've been, like I said, Mike got me into it kind of early, just starting with boxing. He hooked me up there and kind of took me under his wing and showed me some things, and, you know, built a relationship with it that way. So it's been fun, man. I love it. Never been so fixated on one thing, you know, just it's all I think about.
It's definitely, I'll say this, you know, the most I've done is kickboxing and a little jujitsu training. And I will say it's one of those, it will keep you up. You'll like dream about it, you know, like I set them up and then, you know what I mean? Becomes in here. The whole thing is how to sidestep them, how to get that inch, that angle, how to, how to work in that pocket is my favorite thing, that dirty boxing style. So
yes, sir.
So you started out with boxing and now you're doing full MMA training, which, you know, for those that don't know, means that you're incorporating, you know, elements pretty much of any martial art that you feel you could use in that cage, right, to benefit you. But mainly, if it's fair to say, you're using boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling would probably be the main disciplines that we, you know, see in a cage. Yeah. So how did you transition? That's what I'm interested in, right? So as a boxer, it's one thing. Then I also know you kind of have to almost unlearn certain things, right? So I did it, you know, boxing training the most. And then when I went into Muay Thai training, I had to change my stance, right? Like I always wanted to stay like a boxer. With Muay Thai, you got to drop your hands a little bit, you know what I mean? And come, you know what I mean? And it just felt weird, like I was wide open. So what was that like? What's the transition been like? What do you, other than boxing, what do you like discipline-wise? And then how do you feel that's going to help you in your fight coming up?
You know, when people ask me now, I don't say I'm a boxer anymore. I don't, you know, specify any kind of discipline specifically. I just say I train MMA because I think it's important to, you know, you can be good in all your disciplines, but knowing how to use all that in MMA is really important. I would say, I'm well rounded. I would feel for somebody who hasn't been training all that long.
Sure.
I almost feel like I started late, man. I'm 24, and there's guys in the UFC who are sub 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's MMA is its own thing in my eyes.
Right.
It's its own discipline. So I feel like I'm well rounded in a lot of things. But I definitely have, jiu-jitsu's like when you go against somebody who knows jiu-jitsu, it's a whole different world, dude. You're done. You are cooked.
Like you didn't know that could happen. You're like, I didn't know you could make my arm do that, right? Or
I didn't know your leg could bend that way.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And I think that's why I like Muay Thai, kickboxing, stuff, because it's meant to keep jiu-jitsu people off of you. Because yeah, man, once they get a hold of you, you're like, oh no, this is gonna suck. And you learn, but it's speaking of that, did you see the Dracus match, Dracus Duplessis and Chimaev match?
That was brutal, man.
Yeah.
That was brutal to watch.
That shows you, and people that don't know MMA, I know that we're watching, they were like, why didn't he just do something? I'm like, he's doing everything. You don't understand. Right now, he's fighting for his life.
Right.
He is doing, you don't he literally right now, the difference between him not losing and losing is like an inch. If he moves his shoulder an inch the wrong way, if he tries to wiggle out like this, boom, he's caught. Like, you guys don't get it, man. So yeah, that to me was a perfect example of what happens when you can control somebody that good, clearly on the feet. Because what he did to Sean Strickland was brutal, right? So
for sure.
Yeah, man. And Sean is nobody I'd want to go against, man. That dude spars I heard he spars like 20, 30 rounds at a time. So.
I've seen the videos, man. It's insane. It is insane. Have you seen the video of him? Somebody pulled up to his house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, man. That guy just pushes him down, and he stands there with a gun to his head. It's like, dude, Sean Strickland is just different.
He's nice. And he beat Sneeko really bad.
Oh, yeah.
That was I talked to Sneeko. I did a couple things with Sneeko, man, and I told him straight up. I was like, man, first of all, you should have never done that, and secondly, you got off lucky. Like, you could be like, you still get to stream and make a living. You understand that you got lucky. He went easy on you
for sure.
So, yeah, man. He was like, oh man, I feel, and because he was all crying about it and stuff, and it was like, no, man, don't like, you're not even a fighter, much less a UFC level fighter, bro. It's just different. There are levels. So
for sure.
Of course, I gotta ask, because at your fight coming up, as you know, there's going to be a couple of awesome power slap champions there, as well as Amir from Slap Fight Championship, awesome fighter in his own right. Have you checked out slap fights at all? Power slap? Have you looked into it?
So,
not for you necessarily to fight, but just like a fan style.
Yeah, I mean, I've checked it out, especially since I've seen that when Anthony Blackburn started posting. He was tagging us in it and all that, and I thought that was pretty sweet. I think it's awesome. It's great for the promotion. It's great, just for publicity in general. Like, these guys are on national television all the time doing what they do, and they're going to show up in Port Huron, Michigan to support us. It's crazy. I've picked up on slap fight a little bit, and UFC. I really didn't even get into it until maybe like a year ago. And I've been hooked. I can't stop paying for the pay-per-views, and I'm so happy that Paramount made that deal for 2026. It's like, dude, that is awesome.
Man, holler at me off air. I got to hook up. I know a guy. Trust. You don't have to worry about that no more, dog.
Exactly.
But anyway, but yeah, no, for those that pay for pay-per-views, it is good that they don't have to anymore. You know what I mean? I feel bad for you, dog. But and I think it's something interesting they said, not to get too far off topic. They were just talking about how the pay-per-view model is kind of old school, and it kind of is in that, especially, I'll be honest, man, I've watched some pay-per-views that were duds. I've watched some pay-per-views where I was like, well, the fight night last week before this, and, was every bit as good. And, the free Apex fight wasn't terrible. And for a pay-per-view, I was kind of disappointed. It happened maybe 3-4 times last year.
Right.
So, And I think that's kind of why I love slap fights, because it always delivers. You know what you're going to get, you know?
Yeah, straightforward, man.
You're never going to go be like, nobody slapped each other. It was weird, you know?
Right.
They will in fact do that. Are you, what are your thoughts on slap fighting as far as, is this something you would mess with, or maybe not, maybe
No.
not yet, but in the future?
That's a big hell no from me. Those guys are crazy. It's a lot of respect to them for doing what they do, but man, I don't know if I could sit there and do that. Just have a guy straight up just slap the shit out of me. No, I'm good. I can defend myself with what I do right now. I can fight back.
Okay. See, and that's kind of the argument right now, right? And for me, what you do is far more dangerous in the grander scheme. And I try to, I talk to everyday people who aren't fans of both. And don't get me wrong, no disrespect to my boys. I love power slap. However, at the end of the day, I feel like what you do is more dangerous. And I'll tell you like this. Okay, take the biggest, baddest, scariest dude that you know that you do not want to take an ass whipping from. Whoever, John Jones, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Francis Nagano.
Yeah,
100%.
Francis. Woo! Oh, yeah, man. If that dude was mad at me, I would just give him everything I had and run.
No kidding.
I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm sorry. But, okay, so you take the biggest, baddest dude you know. And here are your options. You have two options, right? You can be locked in a cage with that man for 10 to 15 minutes. Or a period, and he gets to do it. But you can defend yourself. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And you are more than welcome to defend yourself as much as you want. But you are locked in there. And it's, 10, 15 minutes before that whistle sounds. And it is what it is. And good luck to you, Mr. I get to defend myself. Or he gets to slap you really hard 3 times. And if he knocks you out on the first slap, you don't have to take any more slaps. You tell me which one gun to your head, which one would you rather do?
That's rough.
I would take the slap. No, look, man, stop.
I don't want to fight Francis Nagano, man. I really don't.
Imagine Francis Ngannou on top of you, giving you 12 to 6 elbows that are now legal in the UFC, right? Imagine that versus just one slap, you get knocked out and you get to go home. You know what I mean? Or he gets to mount you and put 12 to 6s on your face, dude.
It all sounds, when you say it like that, it sounds really, really bad from all angles. I don't know. I think the slap fight does sound a little better. I'll take the one hit and go.
I mean, it'll hurt. Don't get me wrong.
It'll hurt.
It's going to be a long day. But, I feel like I'm going to recover better from that slap and be like, dang, I took a slap from Francis.
That's fair.
Being dead.
It's almost like an honor.
Yeah, exactly. Versus being dead. We're wondering, what Francis? That's
no kidding.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, man, sorry. Just having fun with you, dog.
You're good, man.
So tell me about your fight coming up. What do you know about your opponent? You know what I mean? Do you kind of, clearly you're working, as you said, your cardio a lot. You said you don't even really consider yourself a boxer. Are there any specific disciplines or things you're focused in on in your training right now we get to look for during the fight?
I would say I'm trying to polish up on, your basics. I'm trying to polish up on your basics. I'm a believer that, if you master the basics, it's going to go in your favor. And, as far as my opponent goes, I don't know anything about him. He's from Benton Harbor, Michigan, over on the west side. And that's pretty much all I got.
Man.
I've heard through the grapevine he's doing okay with weight. So that's good. Getting into something like this, you always get the fear that somebody's going to drop out. And that's, it's just something you got to hope that they don't do. And, hope that we're 23 days out.
Yeah.
It's coming quick. So
and this will be your first fight.
That's right. This is the first one for the both of us.
Yeah. So I doubt he'll drop out, man, because I mean, come on, you're both the 0-0.
Yeah.
right? So there's no reason for him to scare off just yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I hear you. It's just it's a thought you always have. We've already seen some guys in the card, drop and that was earlier. I think Shane Kenny's opponent dropped.
Yeah.
It's just something you hope doesn't happen.
And Dimitri's guy dropped, which
He did.
Dimitri follows me on social media. I follow him. He's got a great social. He's crazy. I would not want to fight him. I don't know how skilled that man is, but I know he's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And all respect due, sir. But he's like, he's one of those guys. He's like, I don't need to, get in the cage to be a fighter. I need to get in the cage to get the anger out. You know what I mean? It's the only place I can legally try to murder another man with my bare hands. You know what I mean?
That's it, man.
So, no, but I heard his opponent cheesed out, and that sucks for him because that dude has put in the work and deserves the respect as well, man. So, good for him. This is shout out Austin. Wanted to pull this up. This is your poster, man. How does it feel having your first poster, dog? How does it feel?
Dude, it's awesome. And this, believe it or not, this isn't the first one. This is Austin's been awesome. He's been pumping them out left and right. I think this was the second of 3 or 4.
Like marketing for you, yes. I should say
Hey.
this is your first fight you've been featured on a poster, right?
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I
Like,
was
how
kind of
does it feel?
shouting out Austin there. He's been putting in the work, dude. He's
He
been
does.
putting it out there for us. But I mean, hey, getting your name out there. I've got people I haven't talked to in years just, texting me like, "You're really doing that?" Like people only talk about doing that stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm doing it, I'm committed, and now here we are, 23 days out when it feels like 100 was yesterday.
Exactly. That's true. That's fair. And you're young, man, so time goes by slower for you. Seriously, it does, man. Like people say that and you don't realize it till it happens. You're like, oh damn, they were right about that. So but does it kill you to wait, man? Like how often would you fight? Would you fight once a month, once every 3 months, twice a year? What would you do if you had your choice?
It's tough to say because obviously I've never been in the cage. I've been in the cage just, we do hard rounds and stuff like that, but I can't guarantee that it compares anything to what, the full on things like. So I think, fighting every 6 months, give or take, like the guys in the UFC do, I think that's plenty of time to still enjoy your life a little bit.
Yeah.
You get to, kick back for maybe a couple weeks or something, but you still, you're training hard, you're recovering, and you're on to the next. That's plenty of time. As far as waiting as long as we have, I mean, shoot, we've known that this card was coming since April, and it has felt like it's been years at this point. It's just dragging on. Like I'm ready for it to freaking happen.
Awesome. And do you want to it's gonna be a badass match. Are there any other matches on the card you're looking forward to? Any other guys on the card fighting that you want to tell us about?
All my boys at Motor City MMA, I train with all of them, man. And I want to shout out the gym because this has been, ever since we swapped gyms and Dan Snyder took over, Coach Lasky, obviously Mike Lasky fighting main card. Shout out to Mike. He's been a big inspiration. Coach Richie, he brought Coach Richie in. He used to train with him. Coach Richie's taking me under his wing now because Mike's kind of, focused on his fight and everything.
Yeah.
Coach
Which is
Richie's
crazy. Sorry that he's got to coach and fight, man. That's a lot. You know what I mean? So
we kind of talked about it, and I was like, dude, you're not going to be cornering anybody, are you? He's like, oh no, I'm focusing in, I'm locking in, and I'm doing my thing that night. I was like, I don't blame you. I really don't.
I'm kidding.
It's
only fair.
Dude, it has been awesome. This gym is a blessing to all of us. It's everybody on that card is, deserving of the shot they're getting. They're all good fighters, and it all centers around the coaching that we've gotten. It's been great.
Awesome. Hey, by the way, guys, sorry, it looks like we're having some Rumble technical difficulties. If you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Rumble right now, it looks like it's being a little janky. My stream is good and our connection is good. It looks like that is on our streamer side. Hang in there with us. Just let him know, man. I'm looking at our monitor right now and it looks a little funky. So I want to give me 1 second here right before we go. I want to make sure that everybody is getting us still here. Hold on. Give me a second, man. I apologize.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, we're good. We're good on that end. All right. We are back and good. That was just a little trip. Okay, sorry about that, man. I am so freaking sorry, dog. I apologize. So I got to ask you, where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years from now? What's the goal?
You know, I have the big fear that I'm going to step in that cage and do my thing, and win, lose, or draw, I'm going to fall in love with it, and I'm going to be addicted to it, and I'm not going to stop fighting. And, it's I see myself continuing. I really do. I love it.
Well, and is that really a fear? Or is that like what you know got to happen, dog? You know what I mean? Come on.
It's only a fear because, you know, the biggest fear I had was breaking the news to my mom that I was doing my first MMA fight because I told her I never would. Right. And she was like, okay. And I said, well, what do you think? She said, you know, you're grown. You make your own decisions. She said, I want to sit front row, though.
Heck yeah. Hey, bro, that's love. You know what I mean? Yeah. It could have gone a lot worse. It could have gone a lot worse.
I thought I was gonna get a couple F-bombs, and yeah, it went pretty good.
For sure, man. And what motivates you? I know a lot of times people are like, oh, man, you're young. Your life is easy. I know you've had your own challenges. And nowadays, man, with the way things are, shit happens younger and younger and younger. You know what I mean? And you gotta grow up quick. And one thing about MMA is it takes a mature man to be successful at it. You have to be extremely accountable. You have to admit where you got to work harder, right?
For sure.
And kind of this whole world, and I know you know people that are out there and they're like, it's everybody else's fault, and I need to change the world and bend the world to my needs versus me becoming a stronger, better person to be, you know, be a success in this world.
Sure.
So, like, what's your motivation? How do you approach what you do in that way? You know what I mean? What keeps you from maybe giving up or being one of those people to just complain, you know, and take the easy way out? What makes you different?
You know, like I said, I've been lifting for years, and I've had my roller coaster of times where I feel motivated, times where I don't, and I've come a long way with it. I really have, and I wouldn't say I got bored with it, but I needed something to push me. And this has friggin' broke the walls down and taken everything to a whole nother level. It's all in your head. It's all a mind game. You got to push yourself. And getting this far, it feels unreal. You feel like you can't do it. Every time you say you can't do it, you just have to go through and do it. And it's a constant internal conflict with yourself trying to do it. It's insane. It's been hard. And, you know, that goes for everybody. I respect anybody that steps in the cage. I really do.
Heck yeah, man. And all respect to it. And one of the most beautiful things, why I love it, why I love what Austin is doing, why I like Motor City MMA and what they're doing so much as well, is because, man, it teaches you lessons. You can get into it even if you're in your 30s or even 40s, I would say, man.
For sure.
But it teaches you that you know, to push past yourself. A good coach will teach you, you know, when you're like, oh, I hurt and I'm sweating, but you still have more in you. You know, you're going until you tell your arm to punch and it doesn't go. Like, it just doesn't. Like, wait, I don't understand. I've never told my arm to move and it doesn't move.
Exactly.
And then you push past that because of the motivation. You realize you have more in you than you ever dreamed of. And you take that responsibility, but you also take that power, that freedom, that independence to be a true badass. But I think that's what it takes to be a true badass. And speaking of true badasses, ladies and gentlemen, this is James Sargent. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Do we have a nickname for you yet?
Dude, they made a whole freaking box at work for like suggestions. And some of them are bad. Some of them are really, really bad. I told them I gotta earn it. That's something you gotta earn.
What
you
are you
can't
gonna?
just
Okay,
come
well,
up with it.
okay, well, all right, but you can't just leave us like. Give us like, okay, what were your say 2 favorites?
Oh man, I think easily the one I got the most was Drill Sergeant, and that's just because of my last name.
James Drill, I love it.
Hey, and then shoot, man, that's a tough one. Dan, the owner of the gym, came in the other day. He said he was up in Caseville, Michigan, and he said this lady he knows up there said she was coming to the fights to watch me because she thought I was hot. And I was like, Dan, that's awesome. Probably didn't need to know that. And he's like, well, I'm going to call you Pretty Boy from now on. I said, all right, man. Sounds good to me.
Oh, you
So
cut
those are
out.
the
You're
two.
going to call you what?
Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy. James.
That's what he said he's going to call me. That's funny.
How about James Pretty Boy drilling the lady Sargent? You know what I'm
No.
saying? Let's go. You know, I'm sorry.
Gotta love it, man.
That's a lot. That's a lot for an announcer. We won't do that to the announcers. So I like James Drill Sergeant, right? Because this is your first fight. You're not going to be pretty for long, dude. You're going to be taking a lot of punches. That's just your job, okay?
That's right.
So, I didn't choose this for you. You chose this.
Hey, I did this, man. I picked it.
Anyway, no, man. Well, congratulations on everything. The world needs more yous, man. You give us hope for the next generation. Thank you so much for making time. We're going to be checking back in with you. Will you come back and tell us how you did and tell us how things are going?
I'd love to, man.
Hell yeah. Guys, this has been James Sargent. This is the PT Pod. Remember, for you get the pew. This is your show. Thank you so much.
Blues.
We are
Oh boy!